Hey everyone, my name is Wedge. For those of you who don't already know, Wizards releases 5 new EDH Commander supplemental decks every year, always in November. This year, no different. Welcome to Commander 2015 Spoiler Week. I'm sure we're going to see many awesome reprints, but we'll also get some sweet new cards, including multiple commanders. Oh baby, yes! I hope your body is ready. Also, tune in Wednesday at midnight Eastern Time because, the Mana Source sort of has an exclusive spoiler for the Commander 2015 set. Yep, I know, so much hype. As expected with Commander releases, we're starting with a new mechanic. Blade of Selves is 2 mana for an equipment artifact that you can equip for 4. Equipped creature has Myriad. What that means is whenever it attacks, for each opponent other than defending player, you may put a token that's a copy of that creature onto the battlefield tapped and attacking that player or planeswalker they control. Exile the tokens at the end of combat. Okay, wait. So you're in a 4-person commander game. You're playing Thragtusk. You choose who you'll attack, have a blade equipped, then boom. 2 more Thragtusk enter play, you gain 10 life, then they get exiled or die at the end of combat, you get a bunch of 3/3s. Do you see how broken this mechanic can be? What about Grey Merchant of Asphodel triggering a bunch of times? Massacre Worm? What about putting this in a deck with Doubling Season? I mean, come on! Myriad is stupidly broken mechanic. This card is dumb. It's dumb. Calamni's Captain is 5 mana for a 5/5 giant soldier with vigilance and monstrosity, 3 for 7 mana. Been a while, monstrosity. What up? When the captain becomes monstrous, exile all artifacts and enchantments. Exile, dang, that's rough. Granted, you're playing a white deck, so you might hit one of your own enchantments and a few artifacts as well. You're probably taking a lot of stuff down with you. It is a soldier, so maybe you can expect it in a soldier tribal deck, but even then, a lot of those run a ton of equipment and anthem effects in the form of enchantments, so kind of awkward. Let me know where you would put this. Having trouble placing it somewhere, I think it'll do real good for a strategy. Banshee of the Dread Choir, sick name, is 3 colorless and 2 black for a 4/4 spirit with Myriad. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card. Myriad is looking hilarious right now. Remember, whenever this attacks, you get a token copy of it for the attack phase. If your opponents don't have blockers, all the discarding. That's just funny. Nice filler creature and good use of the Myriad ability. I like. This next card, super happy about it. Fiery Confluence is 2 colorless and 2 red for a sorcery. Choose 3. You may choose the same mode more than once. It deals 1 damage to each creature, it deals 2 damage to each opponent, or it destroys target artifact. Now, okay, you get to choose 3 of these, and they can all be the same one if you want. Want to deal 3 damage to all creatures? Do that. Want to destroy all robots? You can do that too. Deal 6 damage to everyone? Sure, why not? All you have to remember is that no matter which ones you choose, they resolve from top to bottom on the card. Beyond that, hilarity. Pyromancer's Goggles, Pyromancer's Gauntlet, just enjoy your life now. Alright, hold on to your butts. You are not prepared for this. Here we go. Daxos the Returned is 1 colorless, 1 white, and 1 black for a 2/2 legendary creature zombie soldier. Nice creature type. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, you get an experience counter. You can pay 1 colorless, 1 white, and 1 black, and put a white and black spirit enchantment creature token onto the battlefield. It has, this creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of experience counters you have. I just, what? Okay, so this is a commander designed around a black-white enchantment deck. Hype trains off the rails. I can't even imagine how many sigils of the Empty Throne are being bought up already. Or Ghostly Prisons, probably more than usual. Cards crazy. First off, rip Daxos, that hurts. Everything else though, put me in, coach. It's a zombie and a soldier, so nice tribal support there. Your ability doesn't even require it to tap, and then tokens are enchantments, so you can do some crazy constellation stuff if you want. Just, I can't even right now. Enchantment commander decks for days. 4 days, totally building this right now. Deck tech? Yeah, you would. Deck tech, nice. Also, zombie enchantment tokens, right? Totally making this thing. Oh, yes. Mizzix of the Izmagnus is 2 colorless, 1 blue, and 1 red for a 2/2 legendary creature goblin wizard. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell with converted mana cost greater than the number of experience counters you have, you get an experience counter. Instants and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each experience counter you have. Alright, So the main commanders in each deck are going to have an experience counter mechanic. We just saw Daxos, now we have this guy. So Storm, anyone? Play a bunch of cantrips, and then your Turnabouts, Past in Flames, and Firemind's Foresights are all super, super cheap. Eventually, colorless mana will just be irrelevant to you. That's cool. Mezrich Crawl Death Priest is 3 colorless, 1 black, and 1 green for a 2/2 legendary creature insect shaman with flying. Wait, insect? Gross, but nice. Whenever a player sacrifices another permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. So Prosh? What's up, man? How's life? Feeling good? Here's a present for you. Also Gav, a green-black legendary creature that loves when people sacrifice things. This is going to fit into legit everything. Endrick Sayer, Avenger of Zendikar, Parallel Lives. There are so many ways to create mass tokens, it's not even funny. There are also cards like Blood Artist and Zulaport Cutthroat, which will then just kill your opponent when you sack everything to Goblin Bombardment. Look, put this in Prosh. Granted, it can be its own commander. I like it much more in the Prosh deck, basically made for that. Kalemne, Disciple of Iroas, is 2 colorless, 1 red, and 1 white for a 3/3 legendary creature giant soldier with double strike and vigilance. Whenever you cast a creature spell with converted mana cost 5 or greater, you get an experience counter. Kalemne gets +1/+1 for each experience counter you have. Is it just me, or is this card designed to be in Mael the Anima, right? It fits perfectly into that ridiculously huge deck. Beyond that, this is a decent filler creature, but not something I want as a commander since you really want green with that type of ability. I suppose you could also stick this into a just sell it deck with a crazy amount of expensive angels, but yeah, really filling this in a green deck. Again though, Aurelia, Iroas wouldn't be too bad. It's a tough decision actually. Come back to me later. Kaseto Orochi Archmage is 1 colorless, 1 green, and 1 blue for a 2/2 legendary creature Snake Wizard. You can pay 1 green and 1 blue, and target creature can't be blocked this turn. If that creature is a snake, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. What? Isn't this straight out of left field? A Civic Snake Commander? Holy butts, this is awesome. Snakes haven't gotten a lot of love since ever, really. While this was unexpected, I'm super happy. Finally, Snake players get a 2-color commander. These are the kinds of commanders they need to print, the ones who fill gaps. Kaseto does just that, and it's awesome. It can make itself a 4/4 unblockable every turn, or make something else a giant unblockable monster for so little mana. Just 2 and you don't need to tap. So good. Incredibly aggressive, and exactly what the Snake deck wants. Kudos, Wizards. Great move here. There was one other card I wanted to show you, but it was better to wait until now. Scythe Claws, 5 colorless for an artifact equipment with a living weapon that equips for 3. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses half of their life rounded up. What? Come on, this in the Snake deck yeah, games are going to end so fast. This Snake deck is looking hilarious and I can't wait to play with it. Scythe Claw and snakes for days. I'm just so pumped already. First day of spoilers down. What do you all think about the Commander 2015 deck so far? I am beyond impressed for only 1 day of spoilers. We have a Simic Snake Lord, an Orzhov enchantment monster, a sweet alternative to Melik, and a ton more. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and which decks you're going to jam these cards into. Beyond excited, hyped for days. As always, subscribe for the latest and most reliable Commander 2015 spoiler information you could ever need. This is the Manosaurus, I'm Wedge. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.
Wow.